Hey guys, today we're going to talk about eyeshadow primer, and I'm going to be showing you 5 drugstore versions that I think are worth your time and money. So let's get started. The first one I've got is from a brand called Avril. It looks like this, and this can be purchased on Amazon, or I got mine on Temu, and this is the shade 02 Medium. This eyeshadow primer has a fine and light texture. It applies evenly and it doesn't have a buildup. Let's look at the color. My experience with this one is that a little goes a very long way. This tube will last me forever, I'm sure. So it's going to give you some coverage on those veins and other discolorations that you might have on the eye that you're not happy with. You can go ahead and cover those up with this before you start your eyeshadow look. In my testing of this, I found it to be excellent. It made my eyeshadow last all day. It didn't crease at all, and I've been pretty happy with it, and I think I paid a couple dollars. The next one I have to share is from Ulta. And some people might not consider that drugstore, but the price is definitely drugstore. This is the Ulta Beauty Tinted Eye Primer, and this is in a champagne color, which you can see on the package. That is about the color of the product. Let's take a look at that one. This is another one that honestly, you just need the tiniest amount, and look at how thick that is. Like, I put way too much. You would not even use this for 2 eyes. This would be you and your friends and their friends. But I just wanted you to see what that looks like. So you can actually wear this one on its own. You can with a lot of eye primers that are tinted like this, but this one in particular has that nice champagne sheen to it. So if you're in a hurry, this one is a great choice because you can just put that on and that can be your eyeshadow look of the day. Ulta calls this a cream eyeshadow meets a long-wearing primer. So again, that shimmering, luminous finish, but go ahead and apply your eyeshadow on top of this for a seamless look that is going to last all day. Next up, I want to show you the Milani eyeshadow primer, and this one is in the shade 01 Nude. This is a great one if you have oily eyelids. They market it as being the best for that problem. Let's put some of this on. This is going to be a little more sheer. You're not going to get a bunch of coverage from this one, but you are going to get long-lasting eyeshadow looks. After you do all that work, don't you want that to last all day? I know I do. So you see that one shears out and will dry down, does not have a color to it. Here's what Milani says about this one, that it's going to intensify the color of your favorite eyeshadow and increase its wear from day to night, and that it's a lightweight, crease-proof formula. I can attest to that. I use this one on a regular basis, and it definitely does the job. The next drugstore primer that I have to share with you is the Wet n Wild Megalast eyeshadow primer. Wet n Wild is a much loved drugstore brand, as some of you probably know, and I wanted to give their primer a try, and with a name like Megalast, how could I resist? So let's just see what this one looks like. It does have a tint to it. Let's see if that stays on or shears out. Okay, yeah, this is more like the Milani in that it's going to shear out and not provide coverage of veins and discolorations. But again, this is going to give you that wonderful base that you were going to start with to do your eyeshadow looks. Even if it's a simple look, having a base like this is going to make it last all day and be crease free. So let me see what Wet n Wild claims about their eyeshadow primer. So they say that you will get the most out of your eyeshadow primer with this ultra creamy and lightweight eyeshadow primer. They say that you will get the most out of your eyeshadow with this ultra creamy and lightweight eyeshadow primer. It dries clear and makes it easy for eyeshadow to cling to the lid. It's enriched with antioxidant-rich vitamin E And of course, you can find Wet n Wild at most drugstores. You can find this at Walmart, Walgreens, CVS. You can order it from Wet n Wild's website, and you can find it on Amazon. The last one that I have to share is not technically drugstore because you can't find it in drugstores. As far as I know, you have to order this brand online, but the prices are definitely drugstore, and that's the brand Moira. And if you haven't heard of this, please check it out. They have wonderful products. I love their eyeshadow palettes, and they're really inexpensive. But this is their waterproof peptide eyeshadow primer. I have actually talked about this one before, but I wanted to mention it again because it is one of my favorites. The applicator looks like this. It's a small doe foot, and it is a clear primer. But let me tell you, this stuff is a great base for your eyeshadow looks. Like most eyeshadow primers, it's going to go on, it's going to dry down, and when you're ready to do those eyeshadow looks, they are not going to go anywhere, and you are going to be sad when you have to take them off with makeup remover at the end of the day because they will still look perfect. Let's see what Moira claims about this eyeshadow primer. They say that it is a waterproof peptide eyeshadow primer. It's ultra lightweight, it's colorless, and it glides effortlessly on the lids. And I can definitely attest to that. It has already dried down nicely, has just a little tack to it because you do want that to hold on to the eyeshadows, right? It leaves a smooth, fade-proof coverage on the eyelids. It's crease-free. It's got peptides, vitamin E, and they say that that works to prevent the skin around the eyes from signs of aging. It does do a great job. I do want to share with you a little secret that I have about eyeshadow primers that I have found because I have purchased a ton. I've purchased the more prestige brands from Sephora, Milk Makeup, purchased MAC. That's a great one too. But if you're looking to save a few dollars on makeup, and hey, who isn't right now, all of these will do a great job. It's just a matter of, I think, do you want it to have a tint and give you some coverage that you can just put that on and go out the door part of the time? Maybe you're in a hurry. Or do you like that more sheer base that dries clear? You don't want any other colors interfering with what you're doing with your eyeshadow. But here's the little secret. You don't have to spend a bunch of money to get a great eyeshadow primer. Like I said, I have tried so many different ones, and I don't see that the high end performs any better than any of these that I have tried from the drugstore or from the lower end costs like Amazon or Temu for a couple bucks. So, unless you're a devotee of a certain brand that you can only get us at Sephora, go for it. You do you. But you don't need to do that to get good base for your eyeshadow looks with any of these. That's all I had for today. I hope that was helpful, and I hope if you enjoyed this video, you'll give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing and join my small but growing community of people that enjoy beauty, skincare, and lifestyle, especially for those of us over 50. Thanks again, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.